Hello and welcome back to Evernear. Good to have you here. If you've been liking the videos, press that thumbs up an odd amount of times, not an even amount of times. And if you've been enjoying the videos, subscribe. You can see more. Drop us some comments. Give us some topics you want to see us discuss.
Something that I know that a lot of people have struggled with, pornography. Yeah, I felt like to bring that up because it's something that is normalized a lot in today's world. And I know so many people who struggle with it. And it's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any thoughts about that particularly, but of waiting until marriage to have an active sexual relationship, but also keeping yourself pure and clean prior to being married and sealed.
When you're looking at like pornography, so something that's said in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it said in the scriptures too, that you're to have no sexual relationships outside of marriage. Mm-hmm. That doesn't necessarily just mean with other people. Like that doesn't mean just going and sleeping around. Pornography is actually a good example of it, where in the Bible it says they abuse themselves. Mm-hmm. And that is lumped in with like sexual transgressions. Yeah. So that part where maybe you're not doing it with another person, maybe you're doing it with yourself and doing pornography like that. Yeah. That area that is definitely a lot more normalized, because in the scriptures it alludes to that a lot. Like it alludes to like people abusing themselves, people having unnatural affections for themselves, but it never specifically says like masturbation or anything like that. So it is not really looked at as the same by most people. Mm-hmm. It is a lot more normalized, but it's still not okay. It's still not okay. It doesn't help you be pure, and it does mess you up. Even when you're not doing it physically with another person, it messes you up. Mm-hmm. It does, because I mean I struggled with that in the past, and I still have cravings to this day to do stuff like that. It messed me up a lot. Like I can't tell you, even before I knew it was like actually wrong, like when I was much younger, before I even knew it was wrong, when I would get in that space, I felt guilty. I felt like something was off.
Something was wrong about it.
Even though I had never been told by anyone that it was actually bad. Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of like taboo. People just don't really talk about it. Yeah. So like, even though I didn't even know technically, no one had actually told me or showed me that it was bad, I could feel that it was wrong because I was so guilty. I felt horrible. Like, yeah, you get a little bit of pleasure, but then for days or longer, you're just feeling horrible about it. And you're like, oh, why did I do that? And then you go do it again. And you're just like, oh, I'm horrible. And it really does mess you up. Yeah. It really does mess you up.
Yeah, I can attest to that. It is something I've struggled with in the past as well. From a very young age. It's something I lived with for way, way too long. And it messes you up in so many ways. And there is a distance that is put between you and your spiritual relationship with God when you do this, because it is actively going against God. You can feel that, even like you said, like you feel that guilt. And it's hard because it's something that's so normalized nowadays, because it's kind of like you said, like it's not really talked about. It's kind of just taboo. Get very vulnerable. I didn't know it was bad or anything like that until my parents talked to me about it, because they had looked at browser history. But I still feel guilty. It's hard because it's a normalized addiction, and a lot of people struggle with it. And
yeah, it's true. I mean, if you're looking about And I don't know the exact numbers, but I've heard some stats. This was from a couple years back, so it could be different now. So take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
But a few years back, like I heard that something like 80% of men and 60% of women struggle with it. That's a very high percentage.
It is.
Especially for men. Even women, it's more than half. But yeah, it is a very, very high percentage of people that, and you would think if there's that many people that are addicted in this way, you'd think it'd be talked about more, but it's not. Like honestly, it's not. Unless I purposely go looking for it, I will not find anyone that says anything about it.
No.
Like if I go on the internet and like intentionally type in like, is masturbation wrong? Then I might get some hits.
Right.
But if I'm not purposely looking for it, you are not going to find anyone talking about it unless you are very lucky.
Right.
I think it's probably talked about a little more than it used to be, but it's still not talked about very much.
I do think we're coming to a time where people are starting to realize the effects of what this is having on a spiritual level, but also just a social level, physical. It affects a lot of aspects of your life, almost every single aspect of your life. And
it's likely if you're watching this, you're probably a little older and you've already kind of come into that if you have. But if you haven't, don't start. Don't let yourself dwell on these things. I mean, it will in many ways just ruin your life. I think for a time at least.
Yeah, I think something that some people don't really grasp is that this isn't just something that you do just whenever. This is an addiction. Pornography is a pure addiction because of the dopamine release. I watched a breakdown video of this a couple weeks ago. It was very good. I'll find it because I want to mention this because this is such a powerful video. How to Defeat a Porn Addiction by Impact Video Ministries, where it breaks down how to beat a porn addiction through the Bible, which I think is essential. So I just want to throw this out there. If you are struggling with this, please go look up this video. It is incredible and makes a lot of excellent points, but also goes into the science of it, of where this is an actual addiction where you are getting such a high release of dopamine that you have to keep going back to it. So if you have been lucky enough to avoid this, stay away. Don't go looking for it. It is only going to lead you down the path of tears.
Yeah. A prophet in our church, President Gordon B. Hinckley, he was one that kind of warned against pornography quite a bit. Like that was something common he did. And he talked about how you should avoid it like you would avoid a plague. There's a reason, because it is horrible. It will mess you up. It'll ruin things. And personally, even though it's not talked about as much, my personal view of it, just because I've gone through it and how much it's torn me up inside, I feel like it is definitely part of that commandment where you're not supposed to have any sexual relations outside of marriage. I think this is part of that.
100%.
It may not be quite as bad, you could say, because you're not involving another person in your sin, but it still is sin. It still is wrong. And don't. Just don't. It is not worth it. A couple minutes of pleasure here and there is not worth the amount of guilt and self-deprecation and everything that'll come from it. It's not worth it. So don't get in it. And if you are in it, don't stay there. Don't be quiet. Like I know from personal experience, you're not going to get over it just by wanting to get over it.
Yeah.
That is not how it's going to happen unless a miracle happens to you.
Yeah.
So unless a miracle happens, barring that, just going, oh, I'm not going to do it, is not really going to get you out of that hole. Mm-hmm. You need to do quite a bit with any addiction. You actually have to take steps to get out of it. You have to replace it with other things. You have to get some kind of support system. You need help. Mm-hmm. With addictions, you need help. And pornography and masturbation are addictions, 100%.
100%.
100%.
Just last thing, at least on that regard, is if you are struggling with something similar to this vein, is reach out for help. That is something that helped me immensely. But also, don't be afraid or feel guilty or not worthy enough to lean on the Lord. He's your number one supporter, and He will always help you, especially during times of this kind of need. You are always worthy of His love, and you are never not worthy enough to ask for His help when you are struggling with something like this.
I'd second that. Even if you've messed up again and again and again, which if you're addicted, you have.
Yeah.
I completely blew past that 70 times 7 rule He gave to Peter about forgiving. Long time ago. So even if you have failed, even if you've failed more than me, and my fails are in this one specific area are probably in the thousands. If you have reached that point or past it, still turn to the Lord. Just like Ethan said, He's never going to turn you away if you turn to Him.
Exactly.
Even if you feel like it's pointless, even if you feel like there's no point because you're never going to be able to change, force yourself to turn to Him.
Yeah.
If you have to force yourself to turn to Him, do it. Mm-hmm. Because there's going to be lots of times where you won't want to. You will not want to turn to Him because you feel unworthy, because you just feel like there's no point, because you'll never get over it. Mm-hmm. You still got to turn to Him. Just keep trying. Eventually you will come out into the light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not in that space, don't let yourself get there. Don't be lax. Don't start going, oh, it's just a bikini. I'll look at it, because once you start doing that, you're like, oh, it's just a bikini. Well, oh, it's just a smaller bikini. It's okay. It's just the top is showing. That's fine. And there's no bikini, but it's just the top.
It's just a bad rabbit hole.
And you'll just get worse and worse and worse. I know there was one point I wasn't going out and specifically looking for pornography. Like that wasn't what I was doing at the time. I wasn't like going and looking for it and like, oh, this is, and going down that hole. But I remember just with my entertainment, I was watching movies, and steadily my movies were getting kind of worse, which meant the modesty, what people were wearing sometimes were getting worse and worse. Mm-hmm. And I remember there was one point where I was sitting there, and I think I've said this on this channel before, but I was sitting there, someone took off all their clothes, they were totally nude, and I realized it didn't bother me at all. It didn't bother me one bit. And that realization, though, just realizing, wait a minute, having someone totally nude in front of me is not bothering me? Okay, that bothers me. The fact that it's not bothering me bothers me.
Right.
And I realized that, and I was able to change some things there. But yeah, don't let yourself start going down that rabbit hole, because Satan doesn't work in leaps. He works in little steps. If you're white, he's not going to hold up black to you and be like, hey, this looks good, right? He's not going to be like, oh, you are going to church on Sunday. Well, tomorrow you should go kill your neighbor. Like he's not going to give you drastic differences.
Right.
He's going to be like, oh, you don't want, and for this example specifically, oh, you don't want to look at pornography? Okay, well, look, this girl's in short shorts. That's not bad. And you're like, oh yeah, that's not bad. And he's like, oh look, this girl is swimming and she's in a bikini. That's normal. She's just swimming. It's fine, right? And you're like, oh yeah, that's fine. She's just in a bikini. And like, he'll just work in little steps. He won't suddenly be like, oh, you're this holy person who avoids immodesty at all costs, and then he throws a naked person in front of you. He doesn't do that.
Right.
He works in little steps. So be careful. Don't get lax. Just because you don't necessarily have any cravings or any inclination to do horrible things, if you start letting yourself get lax, he'll just slowly lead you to the point you are in the dark. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just have some strong opinions on this because I've gone through it.
Me too.
And like I said, I still have cravings to this day. Mm-hmm. I've had cravings more of my life than not. Like since I was a young teen, and now I'm almost mid-30s. Mm-hmm. And I still do. Yeah. So it is not worth it at all. It just puts you into a battle, and once you're in that battle, unless you have some kind of miraculous miracle happen, that battle is going to turn into a lifelong battle, and it sucks. Mm-hmm. So if you're not in it, don't get in it, please.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for being here at Ever Near, and make sure to subscribe so you know when next parts are coming out. The subscribe button, like it too, that's great. Comments, make comments, talk to us, or give us topics you want to hear discussed in a casual place like this. Until next time, go out there and be a good boy or a good girl.